Woo! So guys, welcome to Spain. It is 36 today. It's like midday, I can't see a thing. I'm gonna get some sunglasses. Whew. Okay, that's better. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep this brief because it is hot out here. But as the title said, I think right now we have the biggest money-making opportunity for the next 10 years, and it's happening in front of our faces right now. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I kind of used to think that I wish I was born 10 years sooner so I really could have taken full advantage of the whole dot-com boom and the internet and maybe created an internet company like one of the early unicorns like, I don't know, Facebook or whatever. And I just thought when I was growing up, wow, I was born a little bit too late to take advantage of that, because when the dot-com boom happened in 2000, I was only 10. Maybe if I'd been 20 or 30, then I could have started a company and really taken like full advantage of that time. And I don't know, maybe that's just something everyone thinks. They always think, oh, I wish I'd been born 5 years, 10 years sooner. And I still did end up working online, making money online, starting a YouTube channel, and I've always made money online in other ways as well. But I just thought maybe if I'd been born a bit earlier, I'd have a bigger opportunity. And I think right now we're having that again with a whole different type of technology. And for me, I know like some of you may have guessed this already, it is cryptocurrency, it is Bitcoin, it is blockchain, it is DeFi, which is the hot thing right now, decentralized finance. And I really think right now we're on the cusp of this whole thing exploding. I started tracking it since the beginning of 2017. That's when I got interested in Bitcoin and crypto, and at the time it was Steemit, which was a cryptocurrency social media that I started playing around with, and that's what led me down the rabbit hole to discover more about Bitcoin and crypto. But I really think right now it's all kind of happening again. I tracked it since then in 2017, and a lot of you remember there was that giant boom where Bitcoin went up to $20,000. You had the ICO boom, you had altcoins popping off everywhere. And then, since the middle of 2018, it's kind of been in a bearish downtrend, or definitely been in a massively bearish downtrend since then, with a lot of altcoins losing 90% of their value and Bitcoin dropping down to around $3,000 per one Bitcoin. Well, now, with everything that's happening in the world, with the whole narrative shifting away from let's just print more money and solve all our problems, I think a lot of people now are understanding that's not really going to play out. Narrative shifting more towards sound money, which is Bitcoin and gold. And there's a lot to get into around this. Like, I really think once you start learning about it, you get led down this rabbit hole of learning what is money, what is sound money, why is Bitcoin sound, why is it a hard money, and why is that important. So I'm not going to get into all of that right now, because that is a rabbit hole that you're going to have to go down yourself and really do the learning on. But I'm going to include some links below for resources that I think will really explain that better than I will in this video. The point that I'm making here is that in 2008, Bitcoin was created because of quantitative easing, and cryptocurrency really emerged out of the fire. It was like a phoenix coming out of the financial crisis. Now, 12 years later, we're in possibly a worse worldwide financial crisis, and Bitcoin and crypto in general has matured over those 12 years. There was a point after 2017 where it all crashed, and a lot of people said, look, I told you so, it's a bubble, it's a Ponzi, it's just tulips, and look, it's going to zero. And maybe there was an alternative reality where that happened, and Bitcoin went to zero, it all went away, and it was just a fad, an experiment that failed. Well, that didn't happen. Even if that's your bias up until now, it hasn't happened. And yesterday, Bitcoin just went back over $10,000. Even since the coronavirus crash that happened across all markets, Bitcoin only dropped about $4,800 during that and has doubled since. Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency, dropped down to around $50 and now is back over $300. a 6 times increase in a couple months. I think the narrative is shifting away from Bitcoin or crypto is just a failed experiment or a bubble or whatever you want to call it, to this is a real world-changing technology. And it really has the potential to play out over the next 10 years. More and more people are getting involved, more banks are getting involved. I think America just passed the law that banks can now be custodians of Bitcoin. So whereas before the banks were fighting it, now they're actually joining, and now they're allowing people to even buy Bitcoin and crypto through their own apps and their own platforms. For example, there's a huge rumor that's pretty much all but been confirmed now that PayPal are starting to offer crypto through PayPal and Venmo. It's already happening with Revolut and Cash App. These are huge worldwide companies that are saying, hey, we're on board with crypto. Twitter, Jack Dorsey's been hugely behind Bitcoin. I think Elon Musk is a fairly big believer in Bitcoin and Dogecoin, which is a whole other meme. But the point is, right now, it's getting huge worldwide attention. And I think the fact that Bitcoin's just gone over $10,000 again yesterday is just going to increase and get even more attention in the next few months. So the reason I'm making this video isn't to do a big I told you so, because I don't think that's happened yet. And I think this is still before the big wave where it starts going all over the news and people start talking about Bitcoin again like they did in 2017. Even some conservative estimates are saying that Bitcoin will be 100K by December 2021. Outlandish estimates go up to 1 million. And that is just Bitcoin. That doesn't include the rest of the cryptocurrency total market. That doesn't include all the altcoins. And even more than just being a potential investment to, let's say, put your money in 10 times, which obviously is great if you have money to put in. I think there's also huge opportunities now to start learning and start getting involved and start understanding this space, because I see it as the equivalent to understanding HTTP or understanding HTML or understanding how to make a website at the beginning of 2000. I think if you can learn this now, and if you're growing up now and thinking, I don't know what to put my time into, I don't know what I should learn and what's going to be a big industry going forward, I seriously think this is a huge opportunity. Of course, I could be wrong. I'm not a savant, but I'm making this video because that's what I believe and that's what I've seen play out so far, and I still think it's very early. I still think there's a lot of opportunities there, and I'm definitely going to be a part of it if that all plays out the way that it definitely could. A bit of a ramble there, but I just wanted to put this video out as a moment in time to say I am in. I'm fully in. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe in Bitcoin. I'm happy to be wrong, but hopefully I will look back at this video in 10 years' time and say at least I was on the right side of that decision. I'm going to include loads of resources below. This is more just a jump-off point for you to say, okay, right, fine. I'm not going to hold my bias. I'm not going to just believe what I've heard someone else say about, oh no, Bitcoin's just rubbish, just ignore that, or it's a bubble, or it's a Ponzi, or whatever. Go do the research, make up your mind for yourself, and then if you've done that and then you understand it, then, you know, fair enough. If you decide it's not for you at that point, fair enough. But at least go and do the research first, because if not, you could be missing out on a life-changing, world-changing opportunity. That's it for now. Thank you again for watching. Welcome to Spain, and see you in the next one.